You know that heart-stopping moment? You're at your front door. You jiggle the key, and it just won't turn. Or worse, the door slams shut behind you. If you're in Earls Court, what's the plan? Well, we've put together your complete security toolkit, covering everything from those panic-inducing emergency lockouts to just getting a simple spare key cut. Just picture it. You're standing on your doorstep. Maybe it's getting a bit chilly, and you start the classic pocket pat dance. Left pocket, nope. Right pocket, nothing. And then it hits you. The key is gone, or even more frustrating, you can see it sitting right there on the kitchen counter. You're locked out.
Okay, that's when that sinking feeling really kicks in. But hold on, before you even think about breaking a window. Seriously, don't do that. Just know there's a really simple way to get back inside. Let's talk about the first and most important number you're going to need.
First things first, the emergency. When you're locked out, time is absolutely everything. You need a fast, reliable solution that's actually available anytime, day or night.
For anyone living in or around Earls Court, the name you'll want to remember is Locksmith for London. They are the specialists for this exact situation, getting you out of a jam with a rapid response. But look, it's not just about getting there quickly. It's about trust. I mean, you need to know who you're letting into your home, right? With DBS-checked technicians and a full 1-year guarantee on their work, you're getting real professionalism you can count on, not just a quick fix.
And speaking of speed, this is the number that matters most when you're locked out, 20, as in 20 minutes. That's the typical arrival time in Earls Court. Seriously, in less time than it takes to watch an episode of your favorite show, help can be right at your door.
Now, the other number you're probably worried about is the cost. Well, prices start at just £29, and, this part is critical, there are no hidden call-out fees. That kind of transparency is huge when you're already in a stressful spot. You know what you're getting into from the very start.
Okay, let's dial down the stress level and move on from those high-stakes emergencies to a much more common task, just needing a spare key. Whether it's for a flatmate or just for your own peace of mind, knowing where to go is, well, key.
For simple, quick key duplication, Timpson is going to be your go-to in the area. They're a household name for fast, reliable service for all your standard house and flat keys.
And you've got two fantastic options right nearby. The first one is at West Brompton Station, which is perfect if you're on your commute. The second is a little kiosk inside the Sainsbury's local on Earls Court Road, so you can literally grab a spare while you're doing your grocery shopping. Both are super quick and hassle-free.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about a uniquely frustrating problem: car keys. Losing them or having them break, especially those modern electronic fobs, can feel like a total nightmare. But you do not have to go back to the dealership.
The specialist for this in the SW5 area is GML Auto Keys. They focus only on vehicle keys, and their entire service is built around making your life easier.
And check out how simple this is. You call them, they drive to your location. It doesn't matter if you're at home, work, or stranded in a car park. And then they cut and program a brand new key for you right there on the spot. No towing, no waiting for days, just done.
So what this all adds up to is a service that lets you dodge that typical dealership headache. It's a 24/7 mobile solution that comes to you, gets you back in your car without causing any damage, and sorts it all out on the same day. It's a faster and, frankly, often cheaper alternative.
So far, we've been in reactive mode, right? We're solving problems after they happen. But the absolute best solution is to prevent the problem in the first place. And that's the huge difference between calling an emergency locksmith and being proactive about your security by planning ahead.
And that brings us to our next section, taking control of your own security. If you're thinking about upgrading a lock or installing a new one yourself, you have some great local options.
For those of you who enjoy a bit of DIY, there are 2 really solid hardware stores nearby where you can find everything from a simple padlock to a high-security deadbolt.
You've got 2 great choices. For a massive selection, you can head to Screwfix on Kensington High Street. They'll pretty much have parts for any project you can think of.
Or for that more traditional hardware store experience, right on Earls Court Road, there's Robert Dias. It's a great place to get some expert advice, along with a great range of locks.
And that's really the core idea of proactive security. It's all about taking those small steps today, like upgrading an old lock, to prevent a major headache tomorrow.
So, let's put it all together. Here is your complete security toolkit for Earls Court. For emergency lockouts, you've got Locksmith for London. For spare keys, it's Timpson. For car troubles, GML Auto Keys has you covered. And for any proactive DIY upgrades, you can head to either Screwfix or Robert Dias.
And this brings us to our final thought. It's a huge relief to know who to call in an emergency, for sure. But the bigger question is, what one small step can you take this week to make sure you never have to make that call in the first place?